So this pastime of Krishna, eating the clay and Mother Yasoda, looking into his mouth, is a very important pastime in our philosophy. The first verse of Srimad-bhagavatam is opening up on the same topic. The first verse of Srimad-bhagavatam is saying Janmadhyasya yataha yatum vyat itarthas chati svavityasara tene brahma hridaya adikavye muyanti yat suryaha tejo varimadam yata vinamayo yata trisagna visadam nasvena sadani rastakurkam satyam param dhimahi. So in that first verse it says Krishna is Janma-adi. He is the origin of everything. Everything comes from him. So we are seeing everything. We're seeing balloons with dots on them. We're seeing Pandal, we see house, we hear sound, we hear energy. There's a lot of energy here, especially in that area, sort of quite a bit of energy. And all that energy is Krishna's energy. It's not their energy. These boys are known as the noise boys. These noise boys, they are playing very energetically. But that energy is not theirs. That energy is given by Krishna. It's Krishna's energy and he's deposited it in them. And now they have it. But as time goes by, they will not have it. Well, the energy will be gone, isn't it? Yeah, like if you look at some of the elderly gentlemen, they're sitting on chairs, leaning against the wall. They don't have that same energy anymore. So Krishna took it away. They used to have it also. Oh yes. But now they don't. Krishna took it away. Slowly, but surely. And that is getting old. Everything gets taken away. You know, after a while, when you want to know if you brushed your teeth, you have to feel if your toothbrush is wet. It's wet. Then I must have done it. Slowly, everything is taken away. Yes, that is Hare. Hare, he takes away, but he also gives. Krishna gives the energy. So everywhere we're seeing how all the energy that exists is Krishna's energy, but Krishna deposits that energy. So anything in us, whatever we have, that Krishna has deposited in us. My brain, Krishna has deposited some intelligence in us, but he can also just take it away, just like that. Everything is like this. So Krishna is the origin of everything. Janadhyasya tumvya itarutas svanikya. He is abhikya. He knows also everything. We don't. It's like, okay, when you jump up and down for a long time, you may feel the blood going around your body, but usually we don't feel that. When you jump too much, boom, 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 boom. But, you know, but normally not. Right? I hope not. If that's normal, then see a doctor. So, what to do? Again, we are not abhigya. We don't know everything, not even about our own body. I was reading an interesting article about forgetfulness. And that at one point in life you get forgetful. And I was reading that it is because the worms are eating holes in your brain. What do you think of that? The worms are eating holes in your brain. Yes, so they write such things, and then you think, yeah, so many things are going on unknown to us, because we are not abhigya, we don't know what's going on. There's always so much, we don't know what's going on. So, Krishna, he is Abhikya. He knows everything. Everything is his energy. But Krishna is also Swarat. He is also independent. He's also not involved. He leaves it up to us. And here we are, playing with Krishna's energy. That is what we do all day long. These bodies are not our bodies, this is Krishna's energy. But the problem comes when we claim proprietorship. When we claim proprietorship. Anyway, that first verse is also indicating that there is Krishna and his energy. So Krishna and his energy, that means Krishna and the universe. Yes. So again, the same thing, the same story, Krishna eating clay, Krishna and his universe, Krishna in the universe within Krishna. So this is Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. Simultaneously one and simultaneously many. So that is the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right there in the first verse of the Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy. And if you need an illustration of it, there it is, Krishna ate clay. Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. There it is. Simultaneously one and many. Krishna and his energies. Everything is within Krishna, and yet we are also within Krishna right now. Everything. You're sitting on Krishna. You're sitting in Krishna. I'm talking about your body. Krishna sitting within you. Everywhere. It's like, if you think about it, Krishna is everywhere. So, in this way, Mother Yasoda understood. When Mother Yasoda had seen the universe in Krishna's mouth, then Mother Yasoda was thinking, what is this? How is this possible? Am I going mad? I must be going insane. I'm seeing things that are not there. I'm seeing the universe in his mouth. I must be going mad. No, but I have no history of going mad. I'm quite normal. How would I suddenly go mad? No, it's not possible. Then maybe it's Deva Maya. Maybe the demigods are arranging for this. And then, no. Why would the demigods interfere with a normal woman like me? No, I don't believe this. Then, is it maybe that Krishna is not my son? And is it maybe that I am not the queen of Vrindavan? Is it maybe that he's not like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And just then, Krishna was crawling on the ground like a small kid. And she immediately took him on her lap. Like, forgot everything. So, but even Yasoda could sometimes, for moments, understand that Krishna was the Supreme Lord. But then she would forget it again, somehow or other. That is how it works with the eternal residents of Vrindavan. We also forget again, but in a different way. We forget that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and then we forget Krishna also. They forget that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, but they think all the time of Krishna. Every moment they're thinking of Krishna. Never is there a moment when they don't think of Krishna with great intensity, with great eagerness. Samutkanta, with great eagerness to be with Krishna. So Samutkanta is the great eagerness to be with Krishna. So they are always thinking about Krishna. But when we forget that Krishna is in control, that Krishna is the origin of everything, then we just forget Krishna altogether and we just think of the material energy. That's the difference between us and the residents of Vrindavan. Krishna, it is said at one time on the Dwadasi, Nanda Maharaj went to take his bath in the Yamuna, but Nanda Maharaj took his bath too early. And if you take your bath too early, then then you may be punished. And Nanda Maharaj was arrested by the servants of Varuna, who took him down under the water. So Nanda Maharaj went into the water and Nanda Maharaj disappeared. So in Vrindavan it was quite a drama, you can understand. Alarm, 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 alarm! Nanda Maharaj has disappeared in the river! Alarm! Everyone came very fast and Krishna ran towards the river. Meanwhile, underwater, Nanda Maharaj was taken before Varuna, and Nanda Maharaj he saw Varuna sitting there on a throne, and since in the ocean there are many jewels, the throne of Varuna is filled with so much opulence, you've never seen any like it in this world. Therefore, when Nanda Maharaj saw Varuna, he immediately understood, this is Varuna. And how is it possible, unbelievable, that me in this life am seeing Varuna? How can it be? How can anyone actually see what he saw? Then, so he offered his obeisances. Next moment, Krishna was standing on the bank of the river, ready to save Nanda Maharaj. He tightened his belt and he jumped into the water. And he went under, and moments later, he appeared in the court of Varuna. And then, Varuna, instead of Krishna bowing down to Varuna, Varuna came off his throne and bowed down flat on the ground to Krishna. Stands up and starts offering prayers and say, finally, finally, this life after so many lives is successful. Finally in this life I'm seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Nanda Maharaj is standing there and saying that Varuna saying Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyway, Krishna says, all right, thanks for the prayers, you know, that's really kind of you, but it's time to go, you know. Got no time, because everyone is in great anxiety that Nanda Maharaj went underwater, says, sorry, you can't hang around. Come on, Nanda Maharaj. Grab Nanda Maharaj, and moments later, you know, they came out of the water. And everyone, oh, Krishna saved Nanda Maharaj, Krishna saved Nanda Maharaj. So then Nanda Maharaj told the whole story, you know, went into the water, suddenly servants of Varuna, next moment Varuna thrown everything, you know, jewels, you can't believe it. Next moment, you know, Krishna appears, and before you know it, Varuna bows down, full, flat on the ground, to Krishna, saying, Krishna, you know, Supreme Personality of Godhead. No. Yes. Wow. Krishna. All this time. This thing is supposed to come more this way. Push it. Push it more. Push it this way. Yeah. Good. Yeah, now it's better. It's a little too far. So. It's a lazy chair, you know. That's better. Anyway, so Krishna, you know, everyone's saying, oh, Krishna, Krishna, all this time you never told us. Oh, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Well, 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 just see. All right, now that you're God, now you could show us something. Krishna says, okay, what would you like? He said, well, maybe you can show us the Brahma Jyoti. Oh, Brahma Jyoti, so boring. Right? Why don't I show you Goloka? I said, oh yes, Golok, show us Golok, we want to see, yes, yes, yes. Then Krishna showed Golok. And the residents of Vrindavan saw that Golok was just the same as their own village. But then there was one difference. There were these effulgent personalities the Vedas personified. So they asked, who is that? Oh, the Vedas personified. Said, oh, Goloka. So everyone liked it. And yes, so this was the time that the Vrishvasis actually knew that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But after a while, everyone would tell everybody, I mean, have you heard? No, what? Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Nanda Maharaj, Varuna, no, really, jewels, lots of them, yes, obeisances, no, flat, yes, Varuna, on the ground. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, no, yes, all this time he lives with us in his village, no, come on, Krishna shows something, Goloka, yeah. So, you know, the story went around like anything, hot off the press, latest news, you know, at the well in the morning, when the ladies were getting water for the pots, you know, the well is not only the source of water, you know, the well. The well is the place, you know, have you heard, you know, no, I cannot believe it, yes, no, Varuna, jewels, so many jewels, no, really, flat, no, really, totally flat, yes, flat, on the ground, flat, like anything, totally flat. And yes, Supreme Personality of Godhead, no, yes, and then Goloka, yes, showing Goloka, no, really, Goloka, wow, yeah, Vedas personified, effulgent. So everyone was just talking about it until it came to the point, have you heard? Yeah, Krishna's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody knows that, you know. So after a while, they just stopped talking about it. And as a result, right, after some time after that, they just forgot. Since nobody spoke about it anymore, nobody remembered it, and then everyone just forgot again. But even when Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was just one of their village friends, you know. I mean, nothing changed. The mood didn't change. Like when Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita finds out that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then there's a big change. Oh, forgive me, I was lying with you on the same bed, we were joking, drinking, playing, eating together, oh my Lord, please forgive me this offense. But the residents of Vrindavan never had that mood. They simply said, oh Krishna, well. All this time, you never told us, you son of a gun. Now I tell you, you better show us something, you know. Okay, what do you want? Brahma Jyoti. Not Brahma Jyoti. Boring. So, I like that story a lot. It's one of my favorite stories in the Krishna book. So nice. So nice. So we see here that the residents of Vrindavan may forget Krishna's divine nature, but they never forget Krishna. And that is the thing, you know, we should just always remember Krishna. So whether we come together with many and all sit in a Pandal and discuss how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or whether we are alone, there is no difference, because we're never alone, we're always with Krishna. It's like some people, I'm so alone, you know, loneliness, play a song in A minor, you know. No, loneliness is Maya. Loneliness is illusion. When we're lonely, we're in illusion. Then we are not understanding that Krishna is always with us, every moment. When we're lacking something, you know, when say like, I need, fill it in, you know, I need, okay, just make your list, you know, I need more paper, I need so many things, that's okay, as long as we need them for Krishna. We can need everything. Yes, I also need. I need, well, it's rupees here, so I need to begin with 200 million rupees, please. It's not so much. It's only rupees. You know. I didn't ask for dollars or pounds. Right? Yes. I just asked for rupees. So, okay, Mauritian rupees. But, yeah. So it's okay. 200 million I need because I want to finish the temple quick. Yeah. So in this way, I have so many needs. But as long as they're connected with Krishna. So that is so nice. If we can understand that all this material energy is Krishna's energy and origin comes from Krishna and therefore is meant for Krishna, then everything is alright. Then we don't have to change anything else. Just take everything, use it for Krishna. Then people have so many practical questions. Right? Someone comes and say, shall I get married? Shall I get married? Shall I get married? I have one answer to that question. The answer is yes. And then if you come to me and say, shall I not get married? I have one answer to that question, and the answer is yes. The answer is, shall I go to university? Yes. Shall I not go to university? Yes. Shall I start a business? Yes. Shall I just, live very simple? Yes. You know, it's all good. Doesn't matter. It's all yes. Yes. Whatever you want. Yes. You know, because those things don't matter. No. That doesn't matter. Those things are secondary. Prabhupada was in New York and matchless gifts and the cars were driving and Prabhupada was imitating the sound. American cars, and there are many cylinders, so it's not just whoosh, whoosh like Mauritian cars. I mean, big cars, like they drive like that, right? American car. So Prabhupada was imitating the sound and saying yes. Traveling at neck-breaking speed, but not making any progress. So, like that, whether you live on this side of the street or on that side of the street, what does it matter? I mean, the grass is greener on the other side anyway. Yeah? So they say. It's always... So these things don't matter so much. Something we need, but for Krishna. That's all. We need a temple for Krishna. We need a dhoti for Krishna. Okay, need an offering for Krishna. A few remnants for Krishna's devotees. Like this, simply, we need so many things to sustain our service. Now, should I have a single bed or a double bed? It's up to you. I'll have a single one. Better. For me. No, for me it's better. No. But it really doesn't matter. These things are not important. Shall I be married? Yes, marry and chant Hare Krishna, together with your wife. Right? Have kids and make them chant Hare Krishna. I came in one house in Brazil and they had 14 children. They had 14 children. So that was quite a house. But it was interesting because one was the temple commander, another one was the head pujari, and another one was in charge of the kitchen and so on. It was really like, it's just a temple. It's like, it was amazing. It was a family with 14 children, And he had just the father had just organized it as a temple, you know. Okay, you're a temple commander, you're in charge of the kitchen, head pujari. And it was going on like a temple. Yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah. Worked fine. So, brilliant actually, huh? Intelligent man, figured it out, you know. Just make it into a temple and everything will be transcendental, and it was. So, that was nice. Somehow or other. If we connect our lives with Krishna, then everything is fine. No sinful activity. That's all. It doesn't say that we cannot enjoy in the material world. Become a devotee and never enjoy any material energy again? No, it doesn't say that. You can enjoy, nice island, so nice island, so much good island, like this or whatever. That's fine, but no sinful activities. So there's nothing to give up. The only thing to give up is sinful activities. And for the rest, we can just decide whatever we want. But everything has a price. No, that's the nature of the material world. Not only to buy, but to take care of things. Whatever you have to take care of. And when you have many things, you have to take care of many things. When you get, it's like, these people, they have a big house with 27 rooms, and they have to clean it all, That's a lot of work. Yeah? At one point, you just had like, this house is too big, it's crazy. We're all day cleaning the house. Yeah? 27 rooms. I came somewhere in South Africa to a house, very big house, had an enormous kitchen, and it was like just private cooking in that kitchen, and then the pots were on one side, and imagine you forget the salt, so you have to go all the way to the other side of the kitchen, and you need a bicycle to go to the other side of the kitchen to get some salt. It was just totally impractical, It's like a nice cozy kitchen with 2 steps and you can reach everything. For home cooking, that's fine, But why do you need such a big kitchen? And so on. So, but we can have it if you want. You can have the biggest kitchen in the universe. I don't mind. You can have. You can have, if you want a big car, go for it, it depends on your own size. Like, if Kirtan Ras wants a big car, I can understand. If you see like very small little car and Kirtan Ras comes out of that car, that would be funny. And risky also. Maybe we could get him in, but the question is, can we get him out? So, I hope he has some space, that is needed. So, according to our own size, according to whatever our natures are, we can have everything, but no sinful activities. So simple. And some people think that, oh, how could you take sannyas? My answer is, oh, how can you be married? That's sort of nice, yes, Kind of like, when you want to be alone, you're just alone. Hey, not so bad. Quite good, actually. I like to be alone. Sometimes. Especially when I sleep. It's the best. So anyway, but whatever you like, Whatever you like. It doesn't matter. And then, whatever Krishna gives us. It's not only what we like, it is also what Krishna gives us, what energy he puts under our care. It's only so much we can have. And that we have to accept, whatever Krishna, what is our quota, what is given to us. And one can stretch that a little bit. I mean, if you earn, I don't know, what's an average salary in Mauritius? How much? 9,000. 10,000. Wow. If you earn 10,000 rupees, then then you can maybe stretch it, if you really work hard, to 15,000 or even 20. If you put in the extra time, the extra effort, you can stretch it. But by stretching it, you have to work very, very hard, right? Unnaturally hard. But if your natural income is 9,000, and by extremely hard labor, you stretch it to 20. But you can't stretch it to, not realistically to 100,000 or to 200,000. It's like, whereas some people they make every day 200,000 per day. That's daily income. Some people make more. So it depends on what is given to us. So one has to. So Krishna consciousness is very natural. That is my point. It is natural. Whatever came natural to us, make the best of it. And for the rest, focus on Krishna. That's it. It doesn't require that we all think of how can we do better, and one of the children has to go to Australia, right? And then they can send us something. And we put you through university. Now you have to send us money back. Yes. Dollars, please. Yes. All these things. Now then that's no longer having children, then it becomes a business, What's your business? We are in the children business. Make lots of children, send many to Australia, and let them send the dollars here. I meet the Mauritians in Australia, so I know these things. Yes. Not to mention names, but I know about the dollars. Anyway, so the essence is that there is in the Bhagavad Gita mentioned austerity of the body, austerity of speech, and austerity of the mind. In austerity of the body, there are things like offering respect to elders, and austerity to speak of speech, you speak truthful, and so on. Austerities of the mind, one interesting point is mentioned. It says, to be satisfied. So since when is being satisfied an austerity? Are you experiencing being satisfied as an austerity? Well, it means that when we have everything that has come to us in a natural way, then we are not satisfied. We're definitely not satisfied, because the nature of the mind is to be never satisfied. So then we have to control the mind and tell the mind, shut up mind, be satisfied. Finished. This is what we got, and we're going to do it with this, and we're going to be satisfied with this, and so that we're not going to waste time to try and get this and that, you know. We're simply going to be satisfied with what we got, and for the rest, we're just going to focus on Krishna. That's basically what the message is. Be satisfied so that we can focus on Krishna. Because when we're not satisfied, then we cannot focus on Krishna. I'm not satisfied about so many things. And the result is, I always think about all the things I'm not satisfied about. Long list, I'm not satisfied about. Please make the list and bring more paper. And then, you know, you have the whole list of I'm not satisfied about what? Okay, I'm not satisfied about the 9,000 rupees. I'm not satisfied about, anyway, many other things. You can't say everything. If you say something, you should get in trouble. So, the point is, we have to not take the material world so serious. It's not so serious. Where we live, what we have, what we drive, what we don't drive. I sometimes feel a little embarrassed because they come to me and they give me the... You know, someone told me that in this movement there are two classes of devotees, right? The demigods and the ordinary devotees. And then I thought, maybe I'm a demigod. And then they come to me and say, and they cook the whole day, and then they go, Maharaj, was it all right? You know, I'm embarrassed, you know, like, I mean, like, oh, you know, it's like, other people have to just eat what they get, you know, and I must, oh, not this, not that, gosh, demigod. Anyway, of course, everything has its austerity, you know. So it can also be austere to be a demigod. Their own benedictions. So, whatever may be, whatever comes our way, let's just make the best of it. And the best is most of our time and energy for Krishna. Like the residents of Vrindavan. You know, you see how when in Gokul so many demons came, then Upananda, the elder brother of Nanda Maharaj, who had given up his right to the throne to his younger brother because his younger brother was so qualified. So in the presence of his elder brother, Nanda Maharaj is on the throne. And then, but Upananda still remained an advisor, and whatever Upananda said, Nanda Maharaj couldn't ignore it. So Upananda just brought up the point, says something about this place, Gokul. It's just too much. It's not cool anymore. There are just too many demons around here, you know. So therefore, what is that? You know what? Anyway, take it. So, in this way, Upananda suggested that they would move, right? So we were in Gokul and it wasn't cool anymore, and Upananda suggested that everyone would move, right? Then what happened was, imagine that somebody would just say, like, this village, too much trouble. And then one person says, we should all move. Say, move? You know, yeah, well, that's going to take time. We have to sell the house, we have to sell the house. I mean, all the things you have to do to move, right? It's a big thing. The family is moving, my God, you know. Get the cardboard boxes, pack everything in, write on what's in there, this, that, you know. get it all loaded in and drive it up, a big thing to move. No. They just immediately agreed. Nanda Maharaj said, yes, this is a great idea. Everybody in Vrindavan said, yes, 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 definitely, you're right. Too many demons here, let's go. And they all packed their stuff on their carts, whatever they had, and left. Didn't sell the house, nothing, you know. Just left it, see. Because Krishna was more important than something, you know, like a house. Who worries about the house and all these things, right? So, in these stories, we find an incredible level of Krishna consciousness. And we see what Krishna consciousness really is. And somehow or other, when we really put Krishna first, everything will come. Everything will happen. What to say? It's true. So that's how. That's about sannyas also. No? It's like you. Yeah, it's like no security. There's no security. You just live off what people give. Sometimes I feel like I'm a child. Because you know, you want to take sannyas, you know. Sometimes it's just like being a child, you know. Because people give you things, you know. It's like, this cloth, I didn't buy it. They gave it to me. This sweater, I didn't buy it. They gave it to me. These glasses, they gave it to me. These socks, they gave it to me. Everything, you know. This chadar, I didn't buy it. They gave it to me. I have no more taste, you know. I can no longer choose anything myself. Nothing. No more. It's not that I buy what I like. No, nothing. They buy it for me as if I'm a kid again, you know. That's the whole thing. And no choice. No choice at all. They buy me this, they buy me that, everything. You know. Okay. Just accept what you can, you know. That's how it is. So, looks nice, you know, but if you think about it, you know, so this bead bag, somebody gave it to me. Big orange beads on it, somebody gave it. Yeah. Even these beads, somebody gave it to me. Of course, I'm happy about that. You know, that was my spiritual master, but still, everything I have, they gave to me. Yeah. So any questions? It's 10 o'clock, I think, you know. For once, you know, maybe go to bed a little bit at a normal time. The whole, isn't it? Roos, the whole day to that. Maybe it's a photos problem. How to bottom, how to get to 12 o'clock. So no, if there's no questions, I just run away. So you better think quick. If you want to keep me here, you better ask a question. I'm telling you folks, I'm getting serious now. Anyway, yeah. If you have no question, I'm going. I count to 10, you know, if there's no question by 10, then 1, 2.
Can you explain something more about the kota you were speaking about? How do you know what your kota is? We don't know what it is. Krishna knows. You get what you're doing. Can you elaborate a little bit more about that?
Well, everyone gets a quota, everyone gets natural control over Krishna's energy. Yes? And as I said, we can try and stretch it a little, but only so much. And if we stretch it, it is at a high endeavor. And this high endeavor then takes away all our energy. So if you try to stretch beyond your quota, then and you work and work and work and work, you'll go bigger than you had, but you'll have no more time, and your life will become totally stressed, right? So this is not recommended. So it's recommended that we just sort of accept our natural quota, adjust it a bit so that the wrong things are right, and then do it with that. So it doesn't mean you don't study, it doesn't mean you don't do anything, it doesn't mean, you know, but within our reach. And so the modern world, you know, like early in the morning, there is a truck in Europe. In the north of Europe is Stockholm, right? And in the south of Europe is Barcelona. So in the morning, there is a truck, and it's thousands of kilometers in between. Truck leaving from Stockholm with cookies for Barcelona. And at the same time in Barcelona, a truck is leaving for Stockholm with cookies from Barcelona for Stockholm. Now, and for this, we have big roads, just because we want cookies. Because we're bored with the cookies from home, and we want some cookies from somewhere else. So for that, big trucks are driving, and the whole world is getting covered in big roads and so on. Now, and of course, it could all be avoided if we weren't so greedy, because they could just exchange recipes. Or we could just be satisfied with what you have. Prabhupada was coming to many places and he was complaining about cash crops. Like here in Mauritius, all the sugar cane. Right? Now it's going out, now it's tourism, but the sugar cane. So Prabhupada was against this sugar cane farming, because it's a cash crop. Prabhupada said, grow your own food. Don't grow cash crop. What do you get from the sugar cane? Diabetes. That's it, you know. It's a big thing in Mauritius, diabetes, because it's a sugar cane island. Right? So that's what you get from the sugar cane. And some money you got also. But we could have also grown things to eat instead of sugar cane. Little sugar cane. So, but because we want more than just eat. We also want cars, we also want televisions, we want all these things. Then you need more, then you need money. So, therefore, living from the land became impossible when we wanted all these machines and all these things. Yeah? And that's how farming changed into cash cropping. Yeah. I was on a farm in Australia for 1 year, and one of my services was to do the accounts, right? And they were growing melons commercially. So, but they had many machines to take care of these melons, because in 2 weeks they would get 1.5 million melons. So it's a lot of melons. And you know, so they had trucks, cool rooms, and forklifts and all kinds of things. And in the end, what happened is that after all the machines were paid, etc., they made $7,000 profit for the year from these melons, net profit. No problem, no problem, no problem. Net profit they made 7,000. And then that same year they bought for 8,000 on vegetables. They spent 8,000 vegetables, and from all their business they made 7,000 profits. So I said, I did the accounts. So I said, why don't you just grow your own vegetables instead of all these melons? Finished. The accounts proved that they could have just simply grown their vegetables. So in this way, in the modern world, we create so much complexity for ourselves instead of taking care of our needs. And as a result, we have no time. See? As a result, spiritual life is so difficult. We have no time. We have to work, you know, like everyone's leaving because they have to work tomorrow. See? They have to work because they need so much money to pay for all these machines and all these things, you know, that make life so easy. You know, I mean, cooking sounds like going in a garage these days, you know. I mean, everything so artificial. And it's not healthy. It's not... so yeah, it's living according to our quota means living closer to nature, living according to what Krishna gives us, and if we do so, then we have more time for spiritual life. Okay, it's late now. I'm not going, but you are going. So I'm going to be the last one sitting on the stage. It goes on and suddenly will be empty chairs. So I thank you very much for being with us this evening, and I hope to see you again in the next few days. Srila Prabhupada.
Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj.